The painting is organized into two parts, separated by an imaginary line running along the column behind the bearded figure. The result is two distinct but related scenes, one inside and one outside. The flagellation of Christ takes place inside the structure on the left. Scholars are uncertain as to the identity of the three men standing outdoors on the right. They may be diplomats or members of a prominent family and are contemporaries of the artist. The two scenes of the painting are unified through the use of the rules of perspective developed during the early Renaissance to give paintings the illusion of deeply receding space. Parallel lines along the walls, on the carved decorations, and in the floor tiles all converge at a single point, called the vanishing point, at the center of the painting. Single-point perspective helps create an illusion of distance within the painting that is very close to the way the human eye perceives distance in reality. The rules of perspective, which govern the overall composition, also determine the relative size of each of the figures. The figures on the right are much bigger than those on the left, and so appear closer. The size of each figure helps define its location within the space of the painting. The artist has drawn the figures so that they appear solid and statuesque, with shapes that are almost geometric. Their solidity contributes to the solemn tone of the painting. During the Renaissance, when this painting was created, there was a renewed admiration for the classical beauty of ancient Greek and Roman art and architecture. The scene of the flagellation of Christ takes place in a classical loggia, or open arcade, shown in precise detail. The columns and their capitals, the bands of carved decoration above the doorways at the rear, and the recessed ceiling panels are all elements typical of classical architecture. The transparent light that floods the picture comes from at least two sources. Shadows on the body of Christ indicate that the left side of the painting is illuminated from the right. The figures and architecture on the right side of the painting are lit from the left. Note the shadows on the clothing of the bearded man. This lighting scheme emphasizes the painting's division into two parts, presenting two distinct moments in history. The colors in the picture are masterfully arranged to create balance and harmony. On the right side, the proximity of complementary colors, such as red and green or yellow and blue, makes each of these colors stand out and brings this part of the painting closer to the viewer, so that it appears livelier and more contemporary. On the left, the classical architecture is shaded in measured tones of gray and white, making this scene appear more distant in time and space, and the atmosphere appear more sacred.